This is activity 4.3 on page 73, scheduling tasks. The file we have open is My HR Manual WBS. You have continued to create the appropriate relationships in your work breakdown structure, and the tasks are all linked. You now have some new information to incorporate into the schedule. The senior attorney in the legal department will be out of town until Friday, August 16th. She will be unable to begin her review of the outline on the 16th as originally planned, and the task has to be postponed. Even if earlier work is completed ahead of schedule, the review with legal department task cannot begin until Monday, August 19th. You address this situation in project by adding a constraint to the task. The head of the PMO has stated that the project must be completed by November 8th, so you add a deadline to the project complete task. So in our HR Manual WBS, we want to take a look at task 3.2, Review with Legal Department, which we have here. This one-day task is scheduled to be done on Friday, August 16th, 2024. However, the senior attorney will be out of the office on that day, and you need to set a constraint. So number 2, set a constraint on the Review with Legal Department task. We're going to double-click on 3.2, and this opens up our task information dialog box. We're going to go over to our Advanced tab. And from our constraint drop-down list, we're going to select Start No Earlier Than. And in our constraint date box, we're going to select Monday, August 19th, 2024. We can click OK to save this change. You can see our constraint icon now appears in our indicator column. And next in number 3, we're going to add a deadline to the project complete task. So we want to scroll down. Oops. You can see right now our deadline is looking like November 14th, or our project complete date, I should say, is November 14th. We're going to double click on 9 Project Complete, open up that task information dialog box again, go to our Advanced tab, and in our deadline date box, we're going to set this to November 8th, 2024. Which is a Friday. Click that, set it, and click OK. And now you can see the deadline indicator, which is that downward pointing green arrow on our Gantt chart. Because the deadline is before the planned project complete date, the indicator tells you that the task goes past its deadline, and the deadline marker appears in your Gantt chart. And you can see the indicator here. This task goes past its deadline on Friday, November 8th, 2024. So we have 2 new indicators there. We're going to go up to our quick access toolbar and save our changes. And this is the last activity in lesson 4, so we can go ahead and close out this file. File, close. And you can leave project open if you're continuing on to the next chapter activities.